You're listening to Living Out Loud with my mom, Michelle Flamer. Yep, she's a flamer and proud of it. Get ready to learn about queers in your communities doing great things every week.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Living Out Loud. Thank you guys so much for all your support and your follows and all the wonderful feedback that I get from time to time. It's so lovely knowing you're out there listening, and I'm hoping today's conversation is just more goodness because today I actually have the joy of sitting down with two visionaries who have reshaped what representation can look like when queer women are centered, celebrated, and fully seen. Stacey and Christin of Tello Films are not only creative partners bringing authentic LGBTQ plus storytelling to life, they're also life partners who embody the power of building something meaningful together. Through Tello Films, they've created space for queer stories to be told with truth, humor, depth, and heart. Long before most platforms even considered it a priority, their work has opened doors for creators, built community, and given so many of us a place to feel reflected back with dignity. I'm thrilled to dive into their journey as artists, as leaders, and as a couple creating something bigger than themselves. Hi.
Wow.
Isn't that
Holy smokes.
Dang.
What? Don't let us talk. We might ruin that intro. Good grief, Michelle.
Hey, I do my homework, you know? You guys,
I'm going to listen to that when I need like a pick-me-up. I'm going to be like, Michelle says.
I'm a visionary. So when someone's
I'm a
mad at you,
visionary.
no, go listen to Michelle. She said I'm a visionary. No, I can text this to you guys later. I'll message it to you. So
That'd be great. That'd be great. It'll be
so-
our daily affirmation
Yeah.
there for a little bit.
Oh, so
Yeah,
should
we're
I
like
do
in
it
the
as a
morning
voice
drinking
text?
coffee, listening to it.
I'll do it as a voice text, so this way you
Yes,
can hear.
Even
So
better.
you can just play it. I'm a visionary, ready to start.
I'm a visionary.
Yeah.
You guys, it's so rare to have couples working together. I mean, like really enjoying it. It's so fun. So tell me first, like I always like to know a little bit of like how you two began, obviously, to then, where we are today, which is running this and growing this empire, we're gonna just say. So
I like it. Yes.
how do you
Well,
who do you want to talk first?
I know.
Yeah.
I think I feel like I'm gonna give like Stacey like a little bit of an intro that I feel like you'll touch on probably later. But what I love about this whole thing is that, when and I'm totally gonna speak for you right now. I'm sorry, love, but she's a late life lesbian, married to a man for 23 years. She has 3 grown adult children, and her number one goal in life was to be a mom. To be a mom.
Me
Yeah.
too.
And
That was my goal too. I love it.
and she achieved that. Didn't really, at the time realize that you could do that with a woman, but that's okay.
I had no idea.
She
Growing up in the 90s in South Louisiana.
So what I love about Tello is I feel like after Stacey's like number one primary job in life, she's found this 2.0 career through Tello that's really, I think, firing on all of these talents that were there that she used to be a good mom, but now the world is finding out about them. So
thank you, buddy.
but I'll let you talk about like,
Thank you.
what you do and how you got involved and all that. But I just love
Yeah,
that.
thank you.
So
I
Well,
love it
I
too.
mean-
I mean, I know a lot of later in lifers, ton of them. I mean, I'm a part of the Club Lilies on Facebook group.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Because Jamie Messina and I know each other
Yeah.
really well, and so
Oh,
she
okay.
likes to pepper in the OGs. Me, like I
Yeah.
came out at 19, and I'm in my 50s, so I've been out a long time. But with the AZ Lilies and stuff, it's just such a beautiful community, and
yeah.
Yeah, it really
the
is.
courage and the bravery it takes for you guys to live out loud, live authentically. I mean, that's really embodies what this podcast is all about. And
Aw.
so I think it's really beautiful for you, Stacey. I'm
Yeah.
so thrilled for you.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, so like Kristen was saying, I married like my high school sweetheart. I didn't go to college. I just wanted to be a mom, and he had grown up like with parents that or a mother that stayed home, and that's what he wanted. And I was like, well, that's what I want too, so this is perfect. So I didn't work outside of the house. I literally was like a true like stay-at-home mom, cook, clean, drive kids around. So that was one of the reasons. I mean, there were several, but that was one of the main reasons that scared the shit out of me because I'm like, well, what am I gonna do? Like, I mean, who's gonna hire me? Like, am I gonna go back to school? Like, what in the world am I gonna do? And that kept
Absolutely.
me frozen for a while.
I bet. What
Um,
was the process for you like when you first sort of came, when you look at your Google, search engine, like, am I gay? Am I queer? Am I, whatever. Did you also think you were like bisexual when you first, because that happens a lot
uh,
where,
Don't we all, Michelle?
I I
no.
said that. I have another funny story about that. Yeah, so I think I said that for like maybe like a month and a half, maybe, and then I was like, no. It's like I'm such a lesbian, like, but yeah, I did say that at first, and then come to find out, I realized, oh, everybody says that at first, so it's okay.
I did.
Yeah.
I was totally bi when I was in college. I was like, oh, I must be bisexual.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, at 19, we didn't really talk about bisexuality back then. It was like you're
Yeah.
either straight or gay. I mean,
oh yeah,
it's like now put me in my 50s, like there's
yeah,
everything under the queer umbrella. It's just such a different
yeah,
time. I mean, it
Yeah.
really is. But
oh yeah.
so when you come out to who first? Who'd you come out to first?
Like the very first person I told was a therapist.
That's good.
So yeah, and then one of my best friends who funny looked at me and said, Stacey, you are not bisexual, you are a lesbian.
I freaking
So that
love
was
it.
funny.
So then
But yeah,
on the timeline, like where did you guys meet? What was the timeline around that?
we didn't meet until like, so this was like fall of 22. Yeah. No, 20, no, 21. Fall of 21. I'm sorry. Yeah, fall of 21. We didn't meet until spring of 23.
Yeah.
So you've been
Yeah.
out for a little while already.
Yeah.
You kind of gotten through the messy middle, the really deep, the profound shifts.
Ooh, yeah. There was a lot in there between telling my therapist and meeting Kristen. So yeah. And again, like during that time, I was still like trying to figure out like what am I gonna do? Like I tried to work for this like organizing company. I don't know what I was thinking with that because I am a terrible organizer. Like I must have really been delusional, but worked for that company for a little while. I was like, no, this is not for me. And I still was like just trying to figure it out. And meanwhile, I did always want to write a book. So I am a writer, and I had a book that I was writing for several years. So I did always think that I was like, well, I could try to finish that book. I could try to do that. Um, but yeah, Kristen comes along. We start dating. We got serious pretty quickly. I
Wait, did you
mean,
guys meet on an app or like organically out in the world?
no, I've never been on an app. I had never done the
Are you
apps.
kidding? Everyone's sliding into this one's DMs. She was never lacking for a date or a flirt or whatever.
We had a
You
mutual
both
friend
are
introduce us.
adorable. You both are
Oh, that's very
adorable.
sweet.
And you
No
and
one's
you
sliding into my DMs, Michelle, but that's okay.
and you compliment one another. Oh, quit it. I'm
Oh
sure. Quit
no.
it. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So you
We had
guys
a
meet,
mutual
yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
I had just got out of my first like true relationship with a woman. It was long distance, and we had broken up, and then we got back together, and then I broke up with her again, and I was like, oh my God, this is insane. Like this is chaotic. What did I sign myself up for? Like this is too much.
Yes, welcome, welcome. Where
I was
heartbreak
like, good.
never ceases to amaze. It's
Go
like
go
over
through
and
the
over.
multiple. Yeah, I was like, go. Stacey was like, is that like normal, like to break up and get back to? I was like, oh yes. It's like absolutely.
You
So
did it
yeah, so
right.
we
Yeah.
were just friends at first because I was telling her, I was like, no, I just broke up with somebody, like I'm trying to be single, like, I'm trying to figure out. Well, I don't think I said figure out my type out loud. Kristen was like, you're trying to figure out your type. And then told me to go sleep with all the single lesbian women in Nashville. And I was like, what?
She was confident. She's like, go do that because I am the shit and you're going to come back anyways. That's how I roll up in here.
That is exactly what I was thinking. I was like,
Secure.
you need to go take care of it, figure it out.
I was like, I can't do that. What
Call
in
me.
the world is this woman trying to tell me to do?
Call me when you can't find some. Because I was trying to be a good friend,
Of course.
Michelle. I was being a good, supportive friend.
I get that.
Like, let me give you some advice. You're newly out. You don't know you don't know what you like. You got to figure it out. And
That
was
part
like,
is true. I did have to figure it
and
out.
I said,
Kristen didn't want her heart broken. I mean, that's how us masks protect ourselves. We rather send you into the world without that connection, that attachment already.
And Stacey's divorce was being finalized at that time,
at that moment.
And that is a lot.
Yeah.
And I was kind of getting out of, like, I was pursuing someone who I knew I should not date. I knew they were not my person. I knew all of these things intellectually, but something kept pulling me. And she also lived in London. So, like, I was, like, flying back and forth for all kind of different reasons. But I was like, I knew I needed to do some work based on the intense, totally, like, did not make sense feelings that I had for this person. Like, you know this, but you got to do the work to figure out why am I making this bad choice? Why am I sabotaging things? Like, what? Like, this makes no sense. I am smarter than this, but yet something is causing me to make really bad choices. So I knew at that time that I needed to do work. And in the same vein, I thought I need to stop, because I had been on some apps and stuff like that. So I was like, getting off the dating apps. I'm stopping all of this. I'm creating community. I'm going to create continue to build community here in Nashville. I'm going to work on creative projects because Tello, which I know we'll get to, but like I had just gotten Tello back. I had business partners and we just had kind of a falling out. And so I'd just gotten Tello back and I was like, I got to focus on some stuff here. And so there was a lot going on for me too. So when Stacey was like, I'm not dating, I was like, me neither. Like, this works out really well.
Yeah.
And so I really was like focused on just trying to build community and make friends and widen the circle and support other LGBTQ artists in Nashville. Yeah. So all that to say, I invited Stacey, a mutual friend connected us through Facebook, and I invited her and this friend to an LGBTQ music showcase in Nashville.
That's awesome.
And I had some friends that just happened to be coming in town. And so there's probably like 12 or 15 people that I got to this concert. And the tickets were like $10. And so I thought, I want to lower the barrier of entry for people. So I just decided I was going to give $100 at the door and just have a list of people that they could let in. And so I was like, oh, your name's at the door. Like, don't worry. Just tell them, that give them your name and it's on there. And she ended up coming,
I see you. That was good.
I know, right?
That was very good. Yeah, no, that was really, really sly. That was but I know you meant, you're supporting this artist. You're like, it's all for like a bigger purpose, right? At the end of the day, it was just a gracious thing to do.
Yeah. I also let in people that I didn't think were super hot and cute and wanted to date. They were just my friends. I put them on the list too. I didn't want to date all 10 people on the list.
You're an equal opportunity friend.
Yeah, exactly. So I was actually like really excited, obviously, that Stacey came. But because I hardly talked to her because I didn't want her to think I was hitting on her.
Yep.
And I was like, you know what? My friends are going to be my representatives and she's going to really have a good time and it's going to be great. And then she's just going to want to hang out.
Which I did. I gave you my number that night. I was like, thank you so much for inviting me. Here's my number.
Yeah, because you felt safe. And I I love that Christian, Kristen, you did the work. I mean, I think so often in our community, and I don't want to lump everybody, like I'll say like 70% of the community has a real issue with therapy. And it's like, okay, so that 30% who is on a healing journey and
Yeah.
going inward and doing that work, I think it's really valuable and it's really
Yeah.
important before you show up for somebody else. I think
Totally.
getting totally clear, like what you did, Stacey, just getting really clear with your vision of like what's good for me, what's good for my kids. Like at the end of the day, the four of you only matter. It doesn't matter who anyone else that's going to come into your world, into your sphere, that you're like friends, community, chosen family, partner. They have to add value to your life. They can't just, they have to add to the piece. I always say it's like,
Oh yeah.
so,
Well, and I also feel like I was a relationship hopper without figuring out what was wrong with the last one. And after a few of those, you realize it can't always just be the other person.
no.
So
Well,
it's like,
honestly,
oh crap.
if you're at all, are you spiritual at all? I'm just going to ask that.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
so
100%.
well, the universe will continue to put those obstacles in your way. They'll continue to, you need to relearn that lesson until you're finally done with the lesson.
Exactly.
And so
Yeah.
and that's like when the energy like opens up, and that's all of a sudden when like, shifts happen, contracts, good people coming in. It's like, oh, all I had to do was really finally like let go. And so, and then here you are. So, okay, so when you take a look at like, Tello Films being born, that spark, and you coming back into play with it, I really liked how Stacey's doing Tello books and you're doing like I like that you guys have your own individual lane. I think it's really important at the end of the day where you both can be co-founders, co-CEOs, however you guys want to label it, but then you can also be like, okay, cool. Like you trust each other in that space.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Stacey is super passionate about books, like super passionate. And so I think that really got me excited because that's not like one of my passion areas. But I also recognize like that's a huge space for the community where you can tell their story. They can like, I think representation is incredibly important. And, we don't always see it in the media, but there's like a plethora of books out there that can help us see ourselves reflected. And I think because like, so it just seemed like the perfect space for Stacey to sit in and like really just like run with and
really own it.
That's exciting.
And
because
what a beautiful gift you gave her in that sense. Not that I know she's earned it in that, in being her, and how she approaches things. But I think it's a really beautiful space for you to own after your journey, coming into all this and not knowing sort of where you're going to be. And I think it's really important for our being, to feel like you're grounded in something.
Yes, thank you. And also, I don't know if you've watched it, but we have a travel show that we do together called Let's Go Travel Show. And that's the first time really that Kristen came to me with an idea for me to be a part of the Tello universe. Because she originally was going to do a dating show and I think decided that the logistics would be too hard and it would be cost too much money to do that, when it'd be much more fun to travel with me and I'd be the host and we go around the world showcasing lesbian business owners and safe places to travel. And
love this.
So when she came to me with that, I was like, that sounds amazing.
You're all, where do I sign up? Here's my passport.
Yeah, because I'm a big foodie and I love to travel and I love to take pictures and videos. So that was like the very first thing we ever did together.
I love
for Tello.
Yeah.
That's really,
and that's
really cool.
that's been amazing.
What do you find like when you see our representation on screen, and like what's the process for you guys? You're not saying yes to everything, right? Like, I mean, sure, people come out of the
Oh no.
woodworks asking you to, hey, look at my project, look at my project. Like, what are some like defining factors for book and obviously film,
Mm.
TV? I guess anything that's other than book, right? Then, it's like how are you guys looking at that and kind of
Oh,
choosing things?
Um, well, so for Tello, we tend to focus more on completed projects for distribution. And so we actually have um like I have a process that I have two people that review the short films, the features, the series, and they really look at, first of all, quality. Like, is it well made? Because, I mean, there's a lot of people,
mhm.
and you have to make your art wherever you are. Like, I am a firm believer in that. And I think YouTube is a wonderful space for you to put your stuff out and build an audience and people to say yes. But because we charge a subscription fee, we just want to make sure that the projects are of a certain quality for audio and video. But I have someone who looks at, okay, does it meet our quality requirements? Are there any trigger warnings that we
Mm,
need to be concerned about,
yeah.
that we either want to put in there or that we won't take? Like, there was one short film that was, had like a father who assaulted um the friend's like girlfriend, and I was like, I'm not taking that.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that doesn't happen and that story is not important. I don't want to put that on. I want the people who watch Tello to, have a sense of safeness. Like, not to say that, we're never going to put something traumatic on there, but that was like a little
Mhm.
too um too far. And so we want to be aware of trigger warnings. We want
Yeah.
to be aware of, no lesbian dies unnecessarily in the end. um
No,
we
because the
have had
rest
a
of the world does that to us
They don't
anyways.
care.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They
And
always
so
kill
we
off a
really,
lesbian.
totally, I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous. So we have a few things like that we want to make sure, like, if there's a threesome that happens, or a thruple, or a, where the woman is choosing between the man and the woman, she's going to pick the woman in our movie. Because
Mhm.
there's a lot where it used to be where she chose the man, and I'm like, nope, I'm not putting that on the site, because I just don't think that sends the kind of message that I want to put out there. And so there's certain criteria that we have. I mean, obviously, we actually are just taking, for the first time, we're taking a movie where the lead character isn't a lesbian. Her
Mm.
mom is a lesbian,
Ooh.
but the story is about all these like really powerful women in her family. And I remember two of the people who reviewed it were like, this is a maybe. It's a really good representation as far as like strong women, but the leads aren't lesbian. So I just don't that and I told the distributor, I was like, we'll try this.
Mhm.
If it doesn't resonate with our community, we're going to have an out clause for it.
Mhm.
But we love a good strong woman as well.
Yeah.
And like I said, the mom was
Think
a
G.I. Jane.
lesbian.
I mean, she was not gay. There was a
Yeah.
momentary, in there where there was a little like tension, but
Yeah.
it wasn't, I mean, and we still all love it. It's
We
like,
went for it. So, yeah, so that those are the kind of things that we look for um in a movie. And we tend to not fund as many things. We might give what's called a minimum guarantee of that will kind of help. Like, we've helped with finishing funds before, as long as it was guaranteed to come on Tello. So we'll support in those ways. We won't totally fund something 100% at this time. I am hoping that we can grow the
mhm.
site large enough with like a solid subscriber base where we are able to do that.
Mhm.
That's the ultimate goal in the process,
Yeah.
is being able to fund multiple movies, or a series a year.
Heck yeah. And Stacey, what's the books? What's your criteria around the book part?
So with Tello Books, to be honest, it's fairly new. So we're trying to figure it out. But right now we have Sheridan Gilman, and she's a new author. And that was what we wanted to do. We wanted to help someone who had never published a book before, who didn't have like the funds to have an editor, to have a nice book cover done. That was like the real goal. And
Yeah.
Sheridan's amazing. And her book, Scrooge You, Emily Tompkins, is so cute and funny. I mean, it's a lesbian Christmas sci-fi romance with aliens and UFOs and time travel and chaos.
Yeah.
It sounds like a
Like
perfect
not
book for an Aquarian like me.
Yes, exactly. Like
Exactly.
it's so good.
I love it.
And, we just wanted to give her that opportunity to be able to get her book out there, help her with, publishing it and getting the word out there. We did a giveaway this morning, and that was really fun to do with her.
Yeah.
So, and that was my first time doing that. So, we went live and it was like, okay, let me pick from a hat. Like we had the best time. So, yeah, I think moving forward, that will be like the goal. Just, I really do want to help, people that don't have a chance to get their book out there and have Tello come in and support you. And I mean, it's so important, like Kristen was saying, to get these movies and books out there, because I didn't have that growing up. I just didn't. And that's very, very important to me. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just so excited for what's to come.
So what other kinds of genres are you looking for? Because my listeners are a
Yeah,
wide range of listeners.
we are all genres.
Cool.
I mean, just it has to be lesbian. The main
Yeah.
characters have to be lesbians. That's it. That's the only thing that is, a must.
Yeah.
A must have for us.
We have like a fantasy coming
Yeah,
up. So
yeah. So Sheridan wrote a fantasy,
Yeah.
and we'll be releasing that in February. We have the editor working on it right now. But yeah, that's it. Just lesbian characters.
That's awesome.
So, or the main characters need to be
Totally.
a lesbian. So, yeah.
Your business partners and life partners, how do you guys nurture both the relationship and the mission without like losing yourself?
That is a very good question.
Gosh, I think sometimes I think honestly, like I have family here in Nashville. Stacey has her 3 kids and, aunt and mom and cousin. I think having family around is so helpful, because if we get too much into work mode, or like we have to do this, this, and this, like kind of those folks will pull us out and help us remember, community and family. And so, and they're all very active, so like there's always something going on or something happening or someone's birthday or party. So I really think anytime we get too wrapped up in that, it's good to have like things outside your world that pull you into that kind of more social, less worky vibe.
Yeah, I will say
well,
we are due. Oh,
No,
I was gonna say,
I was just gonna say, like, so you wake up in the morning and are you guys like, let's just have a business meeting, or do you guys actually like say
It's
good
kind of
morning
fun.
yeah, okay.
Like, so Stacey and I have when we're like, we really have a morning coffee ritual, and it's this really nice time in the morning. And a lot of times we will talk business, but it's more of in a fun, creative way.
I love that.
And that's like very fulfilling. We don't really have that many like accounting nuts and bolts like conversations. And so I think in the morning, like a lot of it, because Stacey does our social media, and it'll be, we should talk about this, or we should pull the names for a book, thing. Like, let's do that together. And so
I love that.
we have this like really nice kind of morning and we'll talk about things like, we'll talk about her kids, or we'll talk about my parents, or whatever kind of is going on. And then in the midst of that, we'll start brainstorming something that is like really fun. And I'm usually the one that gets stressed out. And so I'll just kind of like throw up stuff on Stacey where I'm like worried, and then she'll, she'll kind of be like, everything's gonna be
Yeah.
fine. Like, you need to calm down.
Or I'll say like, okay, it's time for us to have a date night. Like, we're
Yeah.
going to the movies, we're going to dinner, just the two of us. Like, it's
Mhm.
time. Which it's time right now,
Very
Kristen.
long overdue.
That's what I was kind of getting at. Like,
It's time
okay,
to
so then
surprise
do you
me
make
with a
time?
date night.
Yeah, do you make time for that? Because I could see how easily it would be, because like, just to sort of mesh and let things sort of roll in and out, but
Yeah.
you almost have to be probably more intentional about not talking about work than, than anything else.
Yeah.
Because you're having fun too. You're like, you're
Yeah.
really building
It's
it. But
fun.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
So
yeah,
what?
no, we're going with her parents to celebrate Christmas next week,
Aw.
to the beach, which I'm so excited about. But I was like, okay, on one of the days, I don't want any phones. So we're having a
She said I
phone-free
couldn't bring my
day.
phone.
And
That's
Kristen
good.
was like, what do you mean?
I was
Like,
like,
can I have it in the morning? Like, what does that mean? Because
Hey,
I've
but
never said that before, but I'm like, this season has been crazy
it's been
busy,
crazy.
and we have had no alone time lately. And I'm like, no,
Mhm.
we're doing like a phone-free afternoon.
I love
And Kristen
that.
was like, okay.
I was like, well, we do need a phone in case of emergency. Can we have just a phone in case of emergency?
It'll be somewhat off. It'll be turned over at least, right? So you don't see
Yeah,
it.
so I did get an ice phone allowance, but yeah, I think in the 2.5 years that we've been together,
Mm-hmm.
because of the Christmas writer, because of our lesbian holiday movie,
Mm-hmm.
it's been a little
Yeah.
intense
Mm-hmm.
the past like 2 months.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's the first time where we've felt
Oh yeah, definitely.
stretched and,
Mhm.
like, I don't want to say like disconnected, but the most disconnected, because we're
Mhm.
always very connected, but the most disconnected I think we've probably felt.
Mhm.
And it's because I'm an introvert, and we were around,
You are?
yeah, I
Wow. Okay.
know. But we were constantly around people, like at all times,
Mhm.
people, 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 people. And I was like, I need to like turtle myself.
Yep.
And so that probably past 2 months. I mean, what a wonderful reason though. I mean, it's like,
Of
it's
course.
Oh
hard
yeah.
because you're like, oh, I'm sorry, are you busy because you have a holiday rom-com that you directed and your fiance was amazing in? Like, yes. And like, oh, you poor thing. And
You
it's
know
like,
what though?
oh, I'm
But
sorry. I
yeah,
know. Are
you
you invited to too many parties right now because people want to like hang out with you? Oh, you poor thing. Like, so you sound kind of like an a-hole, but at the same time, like,
you
you
have to
know,
protect your energy though.
you
It's
do.
really
Yeah.
important, especially in the creative process, and more importantly, to be a good partner, you want to be able to like,
Yeah.
you want to give your best, every day. So therefore, like, I need, before we even go to this party, I need to like go sit in a quiet spot for a few hours to just like allow yourself, or
Mhm.
even an hour or whatever you can grab at the moment, right?
Yeah.
And just have that understanding of like, it's a lot of peopling.
Mhm.
What have you
Yeah.
guys learned about love in this process?
Ooh, love.
Gosh, well,
Oh my
we do
goodness.
have a whole journal on how to call in your
Yeah.
soulmate.
Love it.
Um, I think,
Wow.
yeah, I think I mean, just like, yeah, I mean, I think, Michelle, it's like we said before, like, if you're gonna prepare yourself for
Mhm.
I truly believe, and Stacey does too,
Yeah.
that we manifested one
Oh,
another.
100%.
Like, I absolutely believe that I manifested this woman in my life. I believe she is my soulmate.
Mm-hmm.
And, I just turned 50 this past year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, your soulmate, if you haven't found them, like, they are out there.
Oh yeah.
100%. And I think that a big part of I mean, Stacey had to leave her marriage and like blow her life up to live her true authentic self in order to find me. And I had to do some like really deep work on, why am I calling in like the wrong people that aren't for me, who are lovely people,
Yeah.
I don't want to suggest that anyone is lovely. They just weren't my soulmate.
Right.
And so I think for me, it's a lot in the preparation. Like, if you're not with your soulmate or you haven't found someone, what is the work that you need to do? Because I know when I was like, 44 and not with Stacey, I couldn't give her my best self. I couldn't be the person I am now that I feel like deserves her and called her in.
For sure. Divine
So
timing is everything.
it's
Divine
absolutely
timing.
divine timing, which is like that's my next thing. I'm like really working on, like, I know divine timing intellectually, but like really understanding and believing it in my heart and my soul.
There, it's called surrender.
I know it's so hard.
It is, but you now know that the universe
Yeah.
totally has your back. That should make it
Yeah.
easier for you to just be like, all right, this
know.
I don't know what next chapter's coming, but I know
I
that
know.
I am divinely guided here. And it's
Yeah.
really knowing it in your
Oh, yeah.
It is.
and you can
Yeah.
look over at her every day and be
I
reminded
do.
of that. I mean, that's the best reminder ever, is that
It
she's
is.
looking
Yeah.
back at you, and that's
I know.
beautiful. So
Yeah.
just trust. There's
I
nothing you need
know.
to even control. You just get to be present in this process. That's what it
Yeah,
really
we're
is, being
we're
present.
working. Yeah, we're working on that with our house. Like, divine timing has been a big part of our future home together, and so
I love that.
that's been like a big growth area. But yeah, so I don't know. Do you have any other? Do you have
No, I mean, I echo everything y'all said. It's so true. And
So
I mean, I'm just so lucky to have found you and to be able to experience this love that,
Yeah.
you see in movies and books, and you think that can't be real. Like that's just made up for entertainment. But no, it is real, and it's just amazing.
Yeah.
you guys are good for my heart. I love it. So with
Aw.
So with everything going on in the world right now, like creating this space and, like the vulnerability around what you guys are basically saying yes to and allowing to be seen and shown, is there anything that has given you pause through this whole process?
Hmm. Um,
I think it's easy to get caught up in the crapola. It's because it's everywhere. It is so pervasive. And so, and I think it can really cause you to believe that the world is against you.
yeah.
And if someone does believe that, I can't say, I can honestly say, like, I feel, yes, like, I can see how you can feel that way. I think I go through the world trying to, in the grander picture, like, find the bright spots. I hope we're bright spots for some people. I hope
sure.
we can be that. But I look at the fact that, the Hallmark Channel has the Christmas Baby
Yeah.
with two lesbians, a lesbian lead that is on their main
Which is amazing.
network. They've never done that
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, it's
So I'm
pretty
like,
awesome.
wow, okay.
Mm-hmm.
As DEI has taken a back seat in a lot of companies, here's Hallmark. Hallmark coming forward with the lesbian movie. That's bold. And so
Yeah, I mean,
that's the kind of,
they've been very gracious around the boys, the gay community,
Yes.
Jonathan, who's
True.
in
Yeah.
most of
True.
those, and so
Right.
I think, but I do think, I mean, that wasn't the first one. Was it a Lifetime movie that they came out with?
Lifetime had Under the
Yeah,
Christmas Tree
yeah,
with Elise Baum, who's fantastic. But, I feel like Lifetime can be a little riskier than Hallmark.
I agree.
Lifetime can be a
Yeah.
little edgy.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense to me that Lifetime had but they haven't really had one since, by the
Nope,
way.
they haven't. I know.
So you would think they would have had one or two more, but they haven't. So the fact that, so that to me is like, when Hallmark was boycotted by the Candace Cameron, whatever her name
Yep.
is, to go to a more conservative one, and they're still doubling down and going, nope, we're having a lesbian one this year.
Yep.
So I try and find those spots, and when I get disappointed, I try to have Stacey and I be the living out loud, living proud in the South.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I was gonna say. It's not necessarily a pause for me. It's more like it makes me want to put out more content. It makes me want to do more and show that we're literally just normal human beings who fell in love. And it's like, come on, it's so frustrating to me that people still in this day and age are thinking the way they do and saying the things they do. It's just,
I mean, that's why I created this space, is so that I
yeah,
can highlight.
thank you.
you
Thank
know,
you so much. And thank you for having us on here to tell our story. It's so important.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
important. It's really important because this next generation coming up, even though they are so fluid,
They are.
they still need, more
They do.
voices out here. So
Yes.
okay, so real quick, let's talk Queer Ultimatum for a minute.
Oh my God, yes.
I mean,
Okay.
let's first of all, if you guys ever do a dating thing, please cast better, cast healthier. I don't I rather, I mean, maybe one train wreck, but all of them as a train wreck was like painful for me.
So wait, did you feel that same way about season 1?
Yes.
Okay.
I felt season 1 was a little softer. I think 2
It
was just, I'm just like, why did they pick all these? Like, I just had a hard time with that casting, because I think what I love that you guys are doing, and how I'm hearing your process today, because this is my first chance to actually talk with you both, is I love the intentional choices that you're making. And I feel like the ultimatum was just trying to throw something out just to be relevant. And it landed wrong, because it was people who don't understand our community clearly and didn't have a true intention, which is all that spiritual stuff that I think about in that sense of what's the intention? How do you want it to land? How do you want it to showcase? I mean, it makes us look crazy in some instances.
Yeah.
It makes us all look like the creepers that the later in lifers are we're freaked out probably about for years and years, before they even come out themselves. They're like, I don't want to.
No.
I mean, it was just cringy in some instances. I obviously love that it's out, and it was out because it gave us all something fun to talk about, and
it did.
representation, but it's representation of 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds, which
right. I think you're so right in talking about season 1 being a little bit softer, because season 1 didn't really know.
Right.
They didn't have any idea, and they were probably really authentically trying to figure out their partnership. I truly believe everyone in season 2, and was looking to be an influencer and become famous.
They wanted their 15 minutes of fame.
And that was it. And so when you do that, you can literally see the choices that they all made on camera.
Yeah. Even with the editing, it was still so clear that that's what was happening.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And I just want to implore you guys that I think we need more of those types of programming.
I agree, we do.
But I
think so too.
I just want it more intentionally done, with the aspect of wow, we really want you guys to actually connect, because I do believe that there's good in I love the idea of love is blind. I love that. Where two people can really connect, where
we like that show.
We love that show too. We love that show.
And we actually have an idea
We do.
together that we came up with for a dating show
Good.
Yeah.
that would be what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And that I think would do really well.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And we did get to pitch it to
Yeah.
Scout Media that
Nice.
did
And that was really fun.
that was really cool. They ended up not really getting back to us, but
we still got to go.
we got to go. We got to pitch it to them, and they seemed, the format is really the biggest thing, right? Like, what's the format of the show? And so the format really seemed to resonate with them, and so we're still continuing to tweak it. And I mean, we have something for us right now. It's a little cost prohibitive
Yeah.
for a reality show, but I think there's a way. I mean, Germany has the princess one where it's the lesbian bachelorette that's done quite a few seasons over there.
That's cool.
You know, there was a Love Island, I think, that was like a lesbian Love Island over in the UK.
Yeah, I think there was one. Yeah.
That did relatively well. I still think for me those are a little too bikini claddy.
Yeah, that's not what we're gonna do.
No.
That's not ours. But I think we do come into it with a we don't want the community to just seem like a bunch of crazy people. Like, I mean, I remember all the comments were like, everyone needs therapy.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
is there not a therapy?
Yes.
Those comments, on TikTok. Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, it was definitely interesting. And
Yeah.
I mean, as an older lesbian, it's like you just are like, I just felt bad for these kids. I mean, and that's what I look at them as kids. And I'm just thinking, wow, you guys. I mean, the fact that most of them are in pretty long-term relationships at that age, I was like, that's fantastic. Like, you're in the right, you're in the right zone. It's just the way that it was just the casting for me. It just really didn't. No one was really grounded in that. But I'm just curious because I'm like, I have you guys on the phone. Like, I'm gonna talk to you.
No,
We're
I mean,
talking.
we
thinking.
we watched it. We had the same thoughts. It was a little hard to watch.
Yeah. It's
a
hard.
lot of the times.
Yeah. Because we're not,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't surround myself with drama, and I'm guessing you guys don't either. I mean, you have
We
bigger things to
try
think
not.
We
about.
try not to.
Right. Sometimes the drama finds you.
Sometimes, drama happens upon you, but you do your best.
I love it.
Yeah, this was just like, it was wasn't great. It wasn't great.
How do you guys feel about the queer community overall right now? Like, what are you feeling about it going into 2026?
I feel like we've met so many amazing people this year, so I'm excited about 26. I mean, when we travel for the travel show, we meet so many people that are just happy to connect, and and even once we leave that city and we come back to Nashville, we stay in touch with them, and I mean, and also the scene here in Nashville and Atlanta, like, I mean, the queer community showed up for the Christmas writer screenings. We had several people come that we didn't even know, and they just were like, "Hey, we follow you on Instagram or TikTok, and we want to support you." So, I definitely felt a lot of love.
Yeah, I think like I find it very fascinating that you hear of I don't want to say more, but like the women's sports bars that are starting to open, the like lesbian kind of, I don't want to say like lesbian bars. I feel like it's lesbian light, but like I feel like that's kind of having an uptick, where at one point it was like, which one's closing now?
That's right.
And now, like, I think, I've always said, like, we don't gather like the gay boys. We just don't. Like, it's a different kind of vibe. But man, we'll gather around sports. Like, we'll gather around, different events. And so I'm kind of heartened to see that that's starting to come back a little bit.
Yeah,
Are you seeing that too?
Yeah, I would totally agree. I mean, my friend Jax owns Watch Me, sports bar over in Long Beach, California, and had her on the podcast a few weeks ago. and I'll be there actually at the end of December. I can't wait to stop in and
Amazing.
actually.
Wait, Michelle, do you know everyone in the lesbian community?
It
Because
sounds
I
like you
feel
do.
like
You know, it's
like
funny.
you
Okay,
I think the answer is
I
yes.
think you know everyone.
I just happen to be a very good networker and I try to stay
Wow.
somewhat relevant, but I lived in LA for like a gazillion years.
Well,
Like
yeah.
Robin Gann's Girl Bar, like I just grew
Oh
up
yeah.
in that whole scene.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
most of those women are still like in the scene. So it's like I'm one
Yeah.
or 2 degrees separation and I'm just not afraid
Yeah.
to talk to anybody, honestly. But
Yeah.
I think yes, I think the words building community have become the most important part. And I think
Yeah.
you guys creating Tello and really building on it now and really focused on it is really like, how can we do community watch parties? How can we do,
Mhm.
like let's pull out a projector and plug in our phones and like, get everybody like in to watch like a cool, fun movie that's not playing anywhere else. Like, I think there's so
Right.
many things that you guys do that really can separate yourself. Just like these sports bars popping up, it's great because guess what? My brother, if he's in town, he'll come with me because it's sports. And so, like,
Yeah.
my brother will hang out with a ton of lesbians because, it's not just, I think that's one thing that the sports bars are really trying to say is that we are lesbian owned, we're woman owned, lesbian owned, and we're providing a safe space for our community, but also you're included. Like there's a really beautiful
Yeah.
belonging and an inclusiveness to it. Whereas my brother's probably not going to want to go to boycott. He's not going to want to go
Yeah.
to like a lesbian dive bar with me. It's not going to be as fun for him, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if I think there's like you can find those commonalities. So I think with what you guys are doing with books and with movies and series and entertainment and the sports bars, I think it gets us out, it gets us talking, and I think there's something really beautiful about that. I think that's what I'm seeing more of now, and I think the more that Washington is breathing down our neck, the more
Mm.
we all are leaning into each other. And I think that's what's really, really lovely is I'm talking to like gay politicians, queer politicians,
Mm.
and things like that. And I just love hearing sort of like what's on their what are they focused on? What's their North Star,
Yeah.
and talking to the Human Rights Campaign and their North Star
Yeah.
is the trans community. And I'll be talking to Queer Kentucky, and I have like a lot of Southern nonprofit organizations that are
Yeah.
really, really valuable. And I love just giving them a lens, giving people
Mm.
an idea and a sneak peek into like what it looks like broad. I'm not just talking to people in LA. I'm not just talking to people in
Yeah.
New York where, San Francisco, the
Yeah.
big cities, Atlanta or whatever. I want to talk to the middle of the country too and highlight these nonprofits. So I feel like I do feel like we're going in a beautiful direction of really building community. Franco from Curve magazine,
Yeah.
Curve community. I've known her for like 20 years, but we just had she's on the pod. She just came on the podcast too, and her episode will be coming out soon. So it's again just I want to continue to highlight, be a positive cog in the wheel, and highlight things like what you guys are doing because you are doing something really beautiful and meaningful. And it's not very expensive to feel like you're doing something good for like your
Yeah.
heart, for your soul. And also like the give back is we know, we're learning about you guys and like putting money in that to continue the process is really cool.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think you're right on. I think um and anytime um you have an oppressor, the oppressed band together. And that's at least the positive part of this is I think we're finding, we're wanting to connect with
Yes,
community.
I agree.
And I think that's like that's a gift.
Mm-hmm.
That's a gift.
Oh, for sure. So one of the other fun things that I like to do with everybody is this like rapid fire at the end. Are you guys ready?
Okay,
Yeah.
we're ready.
Um, and you can both answer, or you can be like, one can answer the other, like whatever. It doesn't
Okay.
matter. Whatever you guys decide.
Okay.
What's your current comfort show? What are you guys watching right now?
Comfort show? I would
Yeah.
say Love is Blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're a little
Which
behind on
what
that
season are
one.
you oh, you're catching up
Like,
on it, obviously.
yeah, the
The
latest one that
Denver.
came out. Yeah.
Oh, hot mess.
See, that's what everybody says. That's what my best friend said.
But I'm glad you're watching. That's good.
I'm like
What's your
obsessed with it right now.
coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Okay, what's your go-to order? What do you guys like in your coffee?
Black coffee.
Black every morning.
Whenever
Yeah.
anyone says black to me, I maybe show my age, but in Airplane, remember the little kid is like, I like my coffee black like I like my white. I mean, it's like so bad, but it always makes me think of that when someone says I like my coffee black.
But if we're gonna have a treat,
Oh, well, yeah. That's
Okay.
I will have a soy latte.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
you
Well,
really
And sometimes
leaning in.
I will have, yeah, sometimes I'll have like a peppermint mocha or a pumpkin spice.
Aw,
from,
that's
you know,
very
from a
Hallmark,
coffee
like
shop.
rom-commy of you, you know?
Yeah. But at
Um,
home, we drink black coffee.
Yeah.
I love it. Who apologizes first?
I think we're actually really good about saying I'm sorry very quickly.
Oh,
Hmm.
what do
I-
you say?
Well, I don't know. Is that
I'm watching Stacey's face. This is great.
I was going to say me.
You don't think I apologize fast?
You do apologize fast, but I thought I was a little fast.
Stacy's probably
That was-
apologized more recently.
Oh my God, that was really
No, I think
cute.
we're both
If
very quick. Yeah, neither of us are afraid to say like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, or
Yeah.
I was not my best, or
Yeah.
whatever. So
that's awesome.
we're gonna talk about
Who
that.
would be
though.
your dream? I don't want to get anyone in
What?
trouble here. Who would be your dream collaborator?
Dream collaborator.
I would kill to
Ooh.
put Aubrey Plaza in a lesbian
Ooh.
romantic comedy.
Right?
I
She's
would
just so freaking
kill.
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, she is awesome. I would say Rebel Wilson, though. I love
Oh.
Rebel. I think
Oh.
she's hilarious.
I think she's hilarious also. I
Yeah.
think that would be really fun. All right, do you have
Yeah.
your favorite, do you have a couple song that you guys like really like when that's playing, you get all wooey?
Yeah, we have several.
Yeah, we have several. Stacy has been making a Spotify couples playlist.
Yeah.
Love it.
For songs to dance at our wedding, too.
Oh,
So-
But-
you're officially fiancés, when you guys gonna get
Oh,
married?
Yeah.
It'll be like in September.
Oh.
But yeah, but I would say like the first song that like pops in my head when you ask that question is Rainbow
Yeah.
Connection from the
Oh,
Muppet Show.
Yeah.
that is so
We like
sweet.
bonded over that song.
Yeah,
Like
when we were
early.
first dating.
Yeah.
It's a
So-
great song. It's a great song. Okay,
Yeah.
and what does living out loud mean to both of you?
Living out loud is showing up and being proud of marrying this woman and wearing this ring proudly and just being so excited to live a life with you, have your last name, and share our families together. I'm enjoying just blending our families together so much and like, and showing people like, I don't want to name too many names, but like certain family members that just because we're lesbians doesn't mean, we're like weird or like, doing crazy stuff all the time. Like we're just normal people.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And I
love
think
that.
just showing up every day is they're realizing, after like 2.5 years, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. So you're just in love. You're just regular people.
Yeah.
So that'd be my answer.
Yeah. I think so. I agree with everything Stacey says. So I'm trying to think of something different, because I think one of the hardest things for me to do is to accept and have a conversation with someone who actively votes for a political party that does not support our rights.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have family members, like Stacey mentioned, who have done that. And I have family friends who have done that.
Mm-hmm.
And I could get mad and never speak to them again. But I don't think that actually changes anything.
Yeah.
I think when you can have a conversation with someone who disagrees with you, but you have it in a respectful way, it actually can do more to change the narrative and change the conversation.
Yeah.
That's what living out loud is
Yeah.
being unapologetic about your views to someone, but with love.
I that was perfectly said. I love
Yeah.
both of your answers, and you guys, I am so excited for what's to come. I'm
Thank
excited to now
you.
know you and follow you.
Yes.
Same. We got to be best friends now.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we actually do have mutual friends, which is really
We
lovely.
totally have mutual friends. It's
I know.
amazing.
And don't worry, I'll be coming to Nashville, so we'll definitely hang out.
Yay.
But
And we got to
You better.
we
You
got
better.
we got to get to Phoenix.
I
Yeah,
know.
'cause I've
Come
never
on.
been.
Well,
I've never been.
we can create something fun at Boycott and do some type of like film
God.
release.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be amazing. Okay,
would
let's
love
do
that.
it. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'm so excited to have you listen. Thank you guys so much for being gracious and joining me today. So really appreciate
Thank you for
it.
asking.
If you liked this episode, please hit the follow button and remember, sharing is caring. Until next week, stay proud, stay loud.